So he did not knowing what he's drinking, he just slept. And
Mm-hmm.
while he was sleeping, she took a gun out that she bought with all the money that he was giving her. And she
Mm-hmm.
shot him
What the fuck?
many times. Hi guys, welcome back to Unwrapped Lollipops, your favorite podcast. You're listening to Farah and my co-host, not your co-host, Hatun.
Hi, you guys. I'm your co-host, Hatun.
Okay, Hatun is everybody's co-host, not just mine. Okay, Hatun, how are you?
Yes.
How's your week been?
Farah, let me tell you
Tell me.
what I did the other day. I think it was actually last week. No, it was like last Monday. But so, my sister takes a course in this university near us. Okay, a language course. And she always like keeps telling me that I should come with her, I should join her, I should just come to the university and see her. I should like leave the house one day, and I just wasn't having it. And then she keeps saying in Farah, do you know the cafe Espresso Lab?
No.
Okay, there's a cafe just like Starbucks. There's Espresso Lab, so it's a very big thing here. It's everywhere, and it's very nice actually. They have really nice coffee. And she was like, they have this espresso lab in the university, and it's really good. You should come. It looks very nice and it's like aesthetically pleasing. You should come and sit and like do whatever work you want there. So one day I was very bored and I was like, fine, I should join her. And for a matter of fact, espresso lab was really nice. I took so many pictures there for because it looked just like a tiny hut in a winter.
Okay.
Like in a wood. It looks so cute and it's so tiny. So cute. And also it was snowing here, so it just looked adorable.
Which is
Anyways,
wild. Global warming is real, guys.
it is real. It's March and it's snowing here. Like today was snowing. Farah, you saw it my snaps.
It's messed up.
So I go there, and as soon as I get to the espresso lab, I like wanted nothing more. I just wanted to sit there all day and do podcast research and other stuff. But then my sister insisted that I go meet her friends and, like just go join them for whatever. So I go with her to the other building, and it was like prayer time. I go pray, and then I was telling her that I don't know how to find my way back to Espresso Lab. And then I did actually find it. When I was there, I got a sandwich, and then I had my sandwich. And next to me was a big group of girls. Like I think 5-6 girls were sitting there. They were all hijabis as well, and they were speaking in English, which is very rare here. Like you just don't find many people who speak in English, like really good English. So I was like, oh my God, girls who speak in English. I want to be their friend, but I don't want to be that weirdo. And then I was like, I don't, just mind your business. Just put your headphones and mind your business. And then I went and ordered my coffee. And then every time I passed next to them, they smiled at me and they looked genuinely sweet. Like not just one, like a couple of them kept smiling at me. And I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. Hatun, you need to be more spontaneous. You haven't been spontaneous in like a year. You need to do something like that. Like,
you made a mental note. Hatun, you haven't been spontaneous in a year. You gotta do it.
I really haven't.
Okay.
I really haven't. So I was just like, just go there and just talk to them. And then I just didn't know what to tell them. Like, would you tell them even? Like, you speak English, I speak English. Can I
am
speak
friend.
English with you? Huh? You be my friend, I you friend. So I was so nervous. And then I just was like, fuck it. I'm just gonna go talk to them. And then I went there and I was like, hi, you guys. I was like, not to be the stranger you smiled at twice and then just came over. But then they laughed. I was very glad. But I was like, but I don't find a lot of people who speak English here. So can I just like have coffee with you and maybe get to know you?
That is so cute.
It was so cute. All the girls at once got the highest pitch. And they got all squeaky and everyone were like, oh my God, yes, oh my God, I was just thinking you're so cute. I was just telling her you're so cute. Just come sit with us, no problem, that's very nice. And I was just like, girls are so nice. I just thought to myself, girls are actually always so nice. I sat with them and then they were all looking at me and they were like, what's your name? I was like,
who are you?
hi.
Stranger.
Yeah, who are you? I was like, I'm Hatun, stuff like that. Yeah, I was like, I just came here, to do some work and stuff. I was doing some research. And then I was like, well, good opportunity to promote our podcast.
So you just
I was
plugged
like,
it in.
yeah, I was doing some research.
Target
for my
demographic,
podcast.
hit, approach.
Yeah. But the cutest thing happened. I said, so I have a podcast. And they were like, oh, what is it about? What's it called? And I said, it's called Unwrapped Lollipops,
Yeah.
like the analogy. And Farah, everyone got it. Everyone got it immediately when I said the lollipops analogy. Everyone were like, oh my God, like the wrapped lollipops and the unwrapped lollipop. I was like, yes, they loved it. They loved it. And I was just very happy that they all understood what it means. And then they all followed us, and they're the cutest thing ever. And now we're friends. And I'm very glad I actually did that.
Are you planning to like meet them up again?
Yes, because the university itself is like 10 minutes away from my house. So I can just go there. And they told me like whenever there are events at the university, they will just tell me. And then I was thinking when we were at uni, Farah,
Yeah.
and we have events, and I'm going to be that stranger that doesn't even study in the university, but it just
But shows up to the event.
anyways. Yeah. But I was like, oh, well, might as well. I have no life right now.
So they were all international students there, right?
Yes. One was from Egypt, 2 were Turkish, 1 from Sudan, 1 from Somal, and 1 was half Iraqi, half Indonesian. Shout out to all of them.
Shout out to all
But
these
yeah.
countries.
All these countries, all the girls. I'm very happy I met you guys. And I got all their Instagrams and they're literally so cute, Farah. And there was, Farah, I wish you were there. I was telling them that you would get along with them very well because 4 of them studied psychology. Farah, you remember the 16 personality
Yeah.
test that
Yeah.
we love? So they were all guessing my personality type and they were talking about it. And I was like, Farah would just love to be here. Farah would just
Talking about personality.
Yeah. I was telling them, Farah, me and my best friend love this stuff. I wish she could just come and talk to you guys. And then they were like, where is she? I was like, no, she's back in her country.
I did the test today, by the way.
Today? Farah,
Yeah.
but you did it before?
I did it before, but I forgot what my result was. And Yusuf sent it to me and he's like, do the test.
Lol.
So I did it. What did you get when you did the test?
So I keep forgetting mine, but I remember my avatar, which is so funny. So when they asked me, they were actually guessing which one am I, and they got it correctly. And then when they were guessing, I was just like, I actually don't know which one I am, but I know my avatar, so let me do that again. I'm gonna Google 16 personalities and look at the avatars.
Because you have a photographic memory.
Yeah. But I just don't know which
I
ones.
didn't remember mine, and I'm pretty sure I did it like a couple of times, and every time I got a different one.
No, I always get the same one. So mine is the campaigner, or ENFP /A, no, -A, or ENFP-T.
Mine is the what is it? Is it mediator? Moderator?
Which one? Yes, I remember. Farah, me and you were in the same group. That's what I remember.
I think mine is the mediator.
Yes.
I don't know what that means.
But I think Tuba got that one.
Did she?
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure the last time I did it, I didn't get this one. I got something else.
No,
I think I got
like
the same one as you the last time I did it.
Campaigner. I did it a lot of times, and every time I do it, I get the campaigner.
But I love tests. I feel like everyone should do this.
I really think so.
But you know what?
It's very accurate.
You know what? Although I don't believe in like astrology, but I think everyone should do the full horoscope chart thing.
Yeah, you've been telling me about it, but I don't know my birthday.
The thing,
time.
Hatun, I swear to God, there's stuff in it that you read and you're like, what the fuck? Someone just explained stuff about me that I didn't know.
I really wish I could do it.
How come your mother doesn't remember what time you were born? She should remember at least, like, was it the morning or like, was it night?
She does not remember. She says she remembers the next day when they took me home. They have finally put lights in our street. So she was
that
like,
does
you
not
brought
help.
light to the street.
Mother.
No. But they brought electricity in our street, so yay.
But for anyone that I've done this test for, it is so not the test, like anyone I've made the chart, like the full birth chart. You can do it online, like if anybody's like interested in doing it. There's a website. It's called Cafe Astrology. and you just go onto the website, and then you add your date of birth, your name, the city that you were born in, and then you add the time that you were born. The time is really important because for like anybody who doesn't know, your like main sign, as in either if you're like a Scorpio, you're a Virgo, Aries, anything, that depends on the month, obviously. And that, I think, is your sun. That's where the sun is located on the chart when you were born. But everything else, like all the other planets, are located like in different like degrees, like different horoscope parts on the chart when you were born. So that's why you could be a Virgo sun, but you could be like a Aquarius moon, or like your Venus could be in like, I don't know, like there's like a whole bunch of things which makes it different for every single person. So that like it's like really unique. I think everyone should do it.
I really want to do it, but I think I have to go home and then get my birth certificate stuff.
Does it say on your birth certificate like what time you were born? Because I'm pretty sure my birth certificate doesn't say the time, but I'm also pretty sure my dad got my birth certificate made like 3 times. And he made Noor and me be twins on our birth certificates.
Why?
Because he wanted us to like go to the same class. And Noor was too young for it.
That's so funny.
Really, like I had a birth certificate, and then we both had a birth certificate. Couple. Yeah. Obviously, because we are a year apart, so obviously we both had our birth certificates. But then he called up his friend in like, I don't know, the birth certificate department of the country. And he was like, my son and my daughter are like, they need to go to school. And my son is too young, and I want them to both to be like in the same class, the same grade. So I just want a birth certificate that shows that they're twins.
Okay, did you go to the same class?
We were in the same grade, but we were like different, classrooms. But we were in the same grade.
This is crazy, Farah.
I think that's the reason why we were like in A levels. We were in the same classroom.
So this thing kept going on.
Yeah, for the longest time, obviously he was in a different classroom than me. He wasn't in my class. But then eventually it got to a point in A levels, we ended up in the same classroom.
I cannot with this. I love your dad.
Yeah, I love that he did that. But there was like actual twins in our classroom as well, like real ones.
real ones.
And I remember when we were into Beverly, she asked us, she's like, oh my gosh, you guys are twins? And we're like, and I thought about it because we were new there, and I was like, this is a white people country, and I don't know if I should be saying it or not. Is that gonna get me to jail?
So you said
I was like, yeah. And then I just went out, just ignored her.
So wait. So in your passport, you guys have the same date?
Yeah, we have the same date. And even that date is not really my birthday.
Wait. Right now, your both passports say the same date?
Yeah, obviously, Hatun, we're twins. We were both born at the exact same day, and that day is neither his birthday nor mine. So anytime I lost my card recently, my debit card.
Yeah.
I had to call the bank, and he asked me my date of birth, and I always have to say the date of birth that is on the card.
That is wild.
And that's your birthday.
That's my birthday?
Yeah, that's on the card.
Hey, see, Farah, Allah knew I was gonna come to your life.
So and he has to remember it as well. For him, it's a lot far than for me.
Yours is one day. For him,
mine
is
like one
month.
Day, but for him, it's a whole fucking month.
I'm dead, Farah.
But then she asked me again, and I was like, no, that's just on paper. I was like, Farah, be a gangster. Just tell her. Don't lie. So I told her, I was like, but we're not actually twins. We're a year apart. And then she's like, how many months? And I told her 11. And she goes like, okay, you guys are Irish twins then. I was like, okay, at least somewhere it's true.
I cannot. Farah, this is so
Did you
wild.
not
Your
know
dad just
that?
goes like, no. Your dad just meant like, you know what? I just want to save both of them the hustle, and I want to pick them up from the same class every day.
He just thought that if we're in the same class, then we can study together.
So he was saying he's saving Noor's ass.
Basically, he was trying to save Noor's ass so that I can teach him.
That's cute, but so wild at the same time. I cannot believe he actually did that.
But Hatun, it did help us, whenever we would have like friends who would come over to study. It would just be like we would all sit and study, or if we have like an extra class or something, it would be the same.
Yeah, well, that's why he did it, Farah.
And we were just a year apart, so it's not that big of a deal.
That
Right?
I cannot really.
Can you guys not do that?
What not do it?
Like this? Can you not like make fake shit there?
No, I mean maybe ages ago, but not anymore. Also, like I feel like you need to have a lot of connection.
Yeah, because here I know a lot of people who don't even have their correct like ages.
But your family is just something, you know.
Hatun, यहाँ ऐसे
Your
ही
whole
होता है, इधर सब लोग ऐसे हैं.
Crazy. Okay, Farah. I have a story for you that I heard from TikTok.
The source of knowledge for every person.
Yeah. I don't know people who don't have TikTok right now, like what are they doing in their lives? Like, where do you get your entertainment from?
Where do you get your information from?
Yeah. Okay, so the story is about this 30 years old woman who is married and she's a mom of 2 kids. Her name is Sherry Poppins.
Sherry
Not Poppins. Nay, it's like Peppins or something.
Okay.
It's like Poppins, but it's not. Or Farah, I'm getting her name all wrong. Let's just ignore her. Her name is Sherry.
Okay.
Anyways, she's a mom. She is a mom of 2 kids and she is married. And in November 2016, she was apparently going for a walk and she seemed to have been kidnapped. And her family were very worried for her. She was just disappeared without a trace. And then a couple of weeks after, her husband tried to track her phone and they found it on the side of the road with some strain of her hair. Her family just was terrified that, what happened to her. Also, why there was hair. I don't get it.
Sketchy.
Yeah. 3 weeks later, Sherry was running on the side of the high road and with her hair cut off and her nose was broken and she had bruises on her waist and on her neck as well.
The fuck?
Yeah. Her family was just very, very glad that she came back. And then when the police questioned her, she said that 2 Hispanic women kidnapped her. And they kept beating her and they kept abusing her and they cut off her hair and like all of that. Right? And she even gave descriptions of them. Like, they got a sketch artist and she told the description and they drew these women. But whenever the police asked her what was the motive of the kidnappers, like, but why did these women kidnap you? She just didn't know what to say. She was like, I don't know and stuff like that. So the police started getting very suspicious and they kept investigating about this. Then a couple of weeks later, the police got a phone call from a guy saying that Sherry was actually with him for these 3 weeks that she was disappeared. And she fabricated this whole thing. And this guy was technically her ex.
Okay, so she was having an affair but saying that she got kidnapped.
And then later on that year, in 2017, not later on the next year, she actually got arrested for giving false statement to the police.
This is a real story?
And now this is a real story. Sherry now is a flight risk.
So she just got arrested for lying?
Yes.
Okay, fuck Sherry. What a liar. Hatun, I know someone who did something like this.
What?
Yeah.
Fuck Sherry. Tell me about this auntie.
I know someone. There is an auntie. And
oh my god, it's an auntie.
It's an auntie, yeah. And her husband used to cheat on her. And her husband used to do like I don't know what kind of shit he was into. Because that auntie, her younger brother, used to come and I think he was a teenager. Or maybe he was like, I don't know. I think he was like a teenager, right? So he would come and he would stay at his sister's house.
Yeah.
But her husband, I don't know what kind of shit he was up to. Like, he was cheating, he was doing all this shit, he was drinking, all of that stuff. She knew about that. Okay?
Uh-huh.
But apparently he did something so bad that her younger brother saw it, and he had to get rid of the younger brother.
What?
Yeah, so he made her younger brother disappear.
No.
So he did that, and she knew that he's the one responsible for it. She knew it. Like he was hiding, and he would lie, and he would say that he didn't really do anything, and he just disappeared, and the boy just got kidnapped, and they don't know, and he's like pretending that he's trying to find him.
Yeah.
But he wasn't finding him because he's the reason. He probably killed him.
Oh my god.
This goes on, and she knows that he's an asshole, and she knows that he keeps cheating on her, and she knows that he's up to something so bad that he had to kill her brother. And she never got that out of her head, right?
Okay.
Obviously. So after a couple of years, the guy was rich, right? Like rich AF. So for like a couple of years, she like kept pretending that she's like fine with him.
Yeah.
And she's like oblivious and she doesn't know. And she would just like take money from him, and she would like, he would buy her like expensive like diamonds and like all this shit, and she would take it. And then I think he was like an influential guy. I don't know what he was into, but he had guards and everything.
So basically just a man underestimating a woman's.
Yeah, he thought that she's stupid and she's like weak, and she didn't, because I think no one is able to do what she did.
Okay, what did she do?
So she kept it low, and she kept like accumulating all this wealth, and she kept accumulating all these connections, and she kind of like made his like drivers and his guards and like security people, she made them like become like on her side. I don't know what she did, but they were like giving her all the information of what he was doing, right?
Okay.
And one day, Hatun, she just made him a cup of tea. Okay. And she bought tea to his room, and she gave her husband some tea, and she put sleeping pills in it. And that made him sleep. Okay. Because he was like a big asshole guy. Like she wasn't just going to be able to, do anything to him. So he did, not knowing what he's drinking, he just slept. And while he was sleeping, she took a gun out that she bought with all the money that he was giving her. And she shot him many times.
Okay.
And then after doing that, she took like, I don't know what she took, but she hurt herself as well a lot. Like she stabbed herself and she hurt herself, and she like, made it look like she's hurt. And then she took the sleeping pills and she slept as well.
Okay.
And when she finally woke up, she pretended that someone like tried to attack them, and someone was like trying to kill them. Yeah. Because obviously she's injured as well, right?
Did she kill him, or did she just like hurt him basically?
She shot him multiple times.
Dead. Khalas.
Yeah. She killed him.
Okay, bye-bye.
And she knew that she's not going to be able to shoot him when he's awake.
Yeah.
And she had a whole plan. Like none of his guards were there. Nobody knows. All his people, like they've just disappeared because she's obviously paid them off.
Yeah.
So she does that, and I think someone knocks on the door, and someone breaks the door open because they're not opening their door, and they hear like gunshots, obviously. And she pretends she's like, I don't know, someone just like attacked us, I don't know what happened, blah blah blah. And they like make, obviously, the guy's family, and there's a child involved, so the guy's family take her to the police. Obviously they take her to court. There's a case on her that she murdered her husband, and the only reason they found out was because she locked the fucking door. Otherwise she would have gotten away. She locked the door from the inside.
Fucking hell.
And that's the only reason they were able to like confirm that she's the one who did it, because if it was someone else, how's the door locked from the inside?
Yeah.
And when finally like she was taken to court, they like, before like they were gonna have their final hearing, the judge, they asked the grandfather, as in like the guy's dad, and the lady, the judge made them like sit together, and he was like, forgive her, sort this out, don't do this in front of your child, don't fuck up your family more than it has been fucked up. Because he said that A woman can never just kill a guy for absolutely no reason. He has done something.
Yeah.
Like, that's a intuitive, like, smart as judge. And
Yeah.
he asked the lady, and he's like, ask for forgiveness and like tell the guy that you're sorry. And she's like, never. I don't care what you do. Put me to jail and I will come out and you will see it as well. I thought she was up to some shit. And now she's a free woman.
Good for her.
Yeah, so I know the story.
That is crazy, but like he killed her brother.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Well, where is the brother, you know?
Never found, but allegedly, according to her, he killed her brother. And she never forgot about it.
Women knows. We know.
Yeah, obviously. He was
We
up to
know.
some shit. Anyways.
Bagalog. So Farah, I have something weird for you. It's not a story. It's nothing. It's just something I found out about, again, from TikTok. But it's actually quite short.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried to find research about it, but it's just like people were advising against it, really. There was barely anything supporting this. But I'm going to say the weirdest two words, and it's a thing. These are two words that I never thought I would hear together. And Farah, if you knew about this, I would actually jump off the window.
I think I don't know about it, okay? Tell me.
This is dolphins midwifery.
I have no idea.
Good.
Okay, so what is it?
Dolphins midwifery is actually a thing. And it was like a thing in Hawaii. Like you can go and basically give birth with dolphins.
What?
Yes.
I would die.
Yes. So basically there was this guy in like the 1800s or something who him and a bunch of doctors were giving birth to this woman, and they went to the sea. Okay. And while they were trying for like, you know, to help her give birth, a bunch of dolphins came around her, and, you know, they pushed the doctors away, and they started circling around the women and having what's the noises they make? What's the called?
I don't know. They just talk.
They're like ultrasounds, but I forgot what's it called. The frequencies they make, it's basically very comforting. And basically they say that that woman had like a painless birth.
And is this like a real story? Like,
it's not. So it says that's where it started, you know, from there. And then there was this Russian or Polish doctor that I tried for the life of me to learn his name, but I could not. So I'm just gonna go through whatever. So there was that doctor, okay, and he started doing research about the fact that women can give birth because dolphins, you know, are such cute mammals, and they will help you through your delivery, and you will have a painless delivery, and you need no drugs. So basically they discovered that dolphins are like, they always be showing compassion to people. Like whenever you see a dolphin and like all these aquarium and stuff, they're very nice and very cute to people. And they always actually show compassion to people who are in distress, you know. And they're also obsessed with pregnant women. There's this picture of this woman who is pregnant and a dolphin just touching her belly.
It's so
which
weird.
is cute. It is weird. Also, there's a thing that is called dolphins therapy for pregnancy, but that's another topic. But there was actually this woman in 1990. Her name is Sarah something, and she gave birth with dolphins. Like, this actually happened. It happened in Israel. There is this resort by the Red Sea, and she went there, even though the authorities, yes,
okay.
the authorities kept like preventing her from doing that, but she just like did not give a fuck. So at 4 a.m., no, actually at 3 something a.m., Sarah went into labor, and she just went to the sea to give birth with the dolphins.
In the sea.
In the sea. So that they say that, you know, the dolphins came around her, and they started doing their thing, and in 40 minutes she gave birth to her son, and she was fine. In an hour she was on the beach with her son, and she was just fine.
Wow.
This actually happened with the Sarah women. But all the articles that I was reading about it, everyone were like discouraging that, saying that At the end of the day, dolphins are wild animals, and we do not know how they will behave.
But it is actually
And
true. You know, there's a lot of stories about dolphins helping people, but there's also
yeah,
stories about dolphin aggression.
exactly. So that's what they're saying. They're wild animals. You can literally never predict how they will act.
Hmm.
Maybe, they started having these facilities for women like giving birth with dolphins, but these dolphins will be held captive,
Yeah, which
and
is
if they
so
see
wrong.
and if they see a little human covered in blood shooting in the water next to them,
They might just eat it.
exactly, they might just go like,
You know
oh,
how
lunch.
women, Hatun, you know how women give birth in these like pools and shit, right?
I don't get that.
But apparently, like, I thought about it. I was like, so they give birth and the child is underwater. How does that work?
Yes.
But apparently, babies are like pretty much fine underwater, and they breathe once you like get them out.
Yeah, they're fine. Like Farah, you can take like a 6 months old,
Yeah.
and there are swimming classes for them.
Yeah, and
They'll
apparently
be
a lot of
perfectly
babies
fine.
can naturally just swim.
Yeah, it's a thing. I've seen it, Farah. I've seen tiny babies like go to swimming lessons.
You know, there's videos where they just throw like babies, infants into the water and they start swimming.
Yeah, yes, I've seen those.
How weird is that?
It is insane. But Farah, technically, when the baby is in the mommy's belly, he's surrounded by water.
Oh my
You
god,
know?
Hatun, you even sent me that video on Instagram where there's this lady and she's heavily pregnant.
Uh huh.
Do you remember that?
Which one?
She's heavily pregnant and she's turning her
Yes, the
side.
one.
I was like, that
I
looks
cannot.
mad uncomfortable.
That looks just so painful. I cannot. We were just talking about how we're just not on board with this whole baby having thing.
That it's pretty hard. And you know, not just childbirth. I think the whole thing about being pregnant, childbirth, but then the child doesn't go away. You keep it then.
Keep it.
the
Obviously, Farah, you keep it.
Yeah, it's not just that you bake a child for 9 months and then the grand finale is that you give birth to this fucking big head human being. But then you
Farah,
gotta keep it forever.
Yeah, forever.
And actually, when the baby is born, they're probably most probably like I think there's like a whole percentage. I think like 95% chance that for 3 days they look entirely like their father, regardless they're a
I
woman
hate
or
that.
a man.
I hate that, Farah. I hate that so much.
But that's because in like the old times there was no like testing, genetic like DNA testing. So that's the only
Yeah.
way how men would know that that's their baby.
That's my baby. Farah, when my nephew was born,
Hmm.
I remember. So one of my brother-in-law's friends, his wife was pregnant, and he was just talking to his friends about it, and he was like, yeah, but like when they take me to the nursery, like after she gave birth, like how am I gonna know which one is my baby, so my brother-in-law went like, when I saw my son and I saw that nose on him, I knew I knew this was my son. You just can tell. Khalas, like I knew this is my son. You will be able to tell. Don't worry about this.
They will most probably look like their dads.
I'm telling you, my son and my niece, they both looked like their dad, and I was like, it's not even fair.
But they change after, Hatun.
Yes. My niece now looks like her mommy.
My cousin had a baby girl recently, and in the start, everybody said that she looks like her dad, but now,
Yeah.
like I think she's a month or 2 months old. Now you can see that she looks like her mother.
But Farah, I'm just like I keep like thinking about this like percentage about like is something that is like 90 something percent that you are gonna take it from your dad. I don't remember what it was, but I keep thinking about my mom who keeps saying you guys are exactly like your dad the way you behave, and I'm just like, well, here it is, mom.
I feel all
That's why.
moms say that they ये पूरे अपने बाप पे गए हैं.
Yeah, or like you're like your dad's family.
Yeah, I don't know why every mom has to say that.
Farah, because like she doesn't want to admit that like some of like our shitty behavior is just like took after
Comes
her,
from
right?
her as well.
Yeah, so she just can blame it on the dad.
My
The
my
dads are
mother
never
says it
there.
too. She goes like, "Your stupid like father's side of the family, they're all stupid. Like this, blah blah blah." Like she would say something like that, right?
And it's not like your poor dad can defend himself
and
or
I'm
his
like,
family.
literally, I should be saying that to you because you married into them.
Lol.
I had no choice. You gave birth to me.
Mom, it's your fault. Thank
You
you
know,
very much.
whenever there's a baby born and I go to see that baby, I will always make it a point to say that the baby looks like the mother.
Yes.
I don't care if the baby looks like a fucking cartoon or the baby looks like the nurse.
Maybe the baby looks like the cousin Farah.
I don't care. I will always say the baby looks like the mother because she literally just pushed him out and everyone just wants to go like, yeah,
Poor
you
girl.
literally gave birth to this child from your own like flesh and blood and bones. But you know what? The baby looks like me. You know, if someone says that to me, I'll be like, congratulations, you won the lottery. Now you have to take care of the child. Since the baby looks like you.
Yeah, take it. خلاص, bye-bye.
बहुत शुक्रिया.
ले जाओ. I insist ले जाओ.
Oh God.
Farah, I'm gonna ask you this again, and please say the same thing we just talked about. Why do you think we have to have kids? Why do you think people have kids? I genuinely do not understand why do we have to have kids.
Hatun, I genuinely, literally Googled this. And I was like, I'm going to read every single article because, you know, you can ask anything on like Google. You could Google anything and you could be like, why do people do this? Why do people fart? Why do we burp? Why do we want to eat? Why do we sleep? And there's like 700 articles.
Yeah, I Googled how many times do we fart today.
Yeah.
Because at some point I felt like
times.
I fart too much. Yeah. And then I was like, no, I fart the normal amount.
You fart just enough.
Just enough.
God, dude. So
I'm not even joking. I Googled it.
See, even this, there would be like actual scientific research, people's opinions.
Like, do I fart too much? We conducted a study.
There's gonna be
of people
like
farting.
Reddit, Quora, like Yahoo page, like people just commenting in chat boxes about it, right? For every single fucking dumb shit thing. But the most important, biggest thing that every single person is doing is having children. It's like you Google it and you go, why do people have kids? And you barely find anything. Okay. And then you go like, okay, let me get specific. Let me ask, why do we have this need to reproduce and make children?
Yeah.
And
like scientific.
Yeah, scientific, everything. And there's probably like 7 articles that come up, which are from magazines, I think. And all of them are very generic and they have no like straight up actual reasoning that why do people want children? What is the psychological thing that pushes us or motivates us to like having children? The one thing
like why
that I've read in almost it's like a recurring thing in every article that I've ever read, is that we have children to feel that we have fulfilled our biological requirement or something of being a human to reproduce. What the fuck? I'm sorry, that doesn't do it for me.
That does not do it for me. That doesn't want me to be like, you know what? Yes, I am gonna have kids and go through all of this as a woman.
Because I am a human being and I need to make more of these.
Yeah.
Just like mine.
All I know is from Quran, Allah says that money and children are like a pleasure of life. So I'm guessing we have it because it's a pleasure.
Yeah. Like a luxury. I don't know.
Yes.
So the other thing that I read was that people have children because they are in love and they want to make something from their love.
Go make pasta.
I don't know if anybody that I know who has kids is in love. I'm sorry. Never seen it.
I don't think my parents were in love when they made us. They certainly don't act like it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna cross that one because that is not true. I get it for people who are in love. I said it for the joke. I'm joking. My parents are very much in love.
You better say that.
Yeah, I don't have a choice.
Yeah, they're very much in love. Your dad and your mom, like, they write songs about each other.
Oof. Oh, farah poetry, songs, whatever you
I am
want.
now imagining what you told me. Oh God.
Okay, farah, just skip that, please.
Let's
Keep
just not
going.
think about it. Okay, moving on. The third one, okay, I think I read something else. And one of it was that people have children because they want to experience, give, and receive true love, selfless love.
That makes no sense.
I don't. I get it, but then is this something that you write in an article about having children? There's more information about farts.
There really is.
Literally, there's more legit, like scientific, straightforward, logical reason about farts.
Like if you said our hormones push us to do it, I will understand more than this.
Yeah, right? But that's
Yeah,
not a thing. Our
that
hormones,
makes more
obviously, they
sense than
make
that.
they make it, for us to like want to reproduce.
Have sex, yeah.
Have sex, but not reproduce, honestly. It
No,
makes
yeah.
people want to have sex, but it doesn't make people want to reproduce. There's condoms in the world.
Well, Farah, why do they want us to have sex? Because, they want us to reproduce. And condoms were not just invented with, when Adam and Eve were
Yeah, but there were other
created.
methods.
For Adam and Eve, I don't think so.
I don't know about them. For them, they should not have other methods because they're trying to
They should
make
not.
humanity here. So
Yeah.
they're trying to make a couple of people, they're trying to make a team out here.
The
They
whole
can't
Earth.
just have one child. It's not China. There would be no one.
No.
So, yeah, so there's like only like 4 arguments, I think, or like 5 arguments that come up, and there's not like a huge research. Maybe there's like actual psychological, all the shit, like real academic information on this, but I have not come across it. I just understand that people have kids to actually have a family with someone that they love. That makes
Yeah.
sense to have children.
That makes sense. That makes sense more than anything.
Exactly. But I know the desi reason for having kids, and I've already told you that.
Tell us, Farah, here again.
That desi people have children so that when they're older, the children take care of them.
Exactly. That's the Arab reason too.
That's the only reason. And they have sons especially for that reason.
Yes. For sons to work and provide them money when the parents are old.
Yeah, and take care of them and do everything for them, just as they did.
Yes.
And
then the sons get married, and then the daughters-in-law takes care of them inside the house and the son outside the house.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, and I think I read something else which said that people have children because they want to provide a life for their children and provide them with the love that they never received. And that's sad.
That's kind of sad. Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's pretty sad.
That's very sad.
I'd rather fart.
But I feel like everyone are gonna come to me and be like, "You googled how many times you fart now?" I was like, "I did. I'm not ashamed of it."
A lot of gas inside her stomach, and she goes like,
"I just had to know if I was farting too much, you people."
Yeah. So if anybody actually knows why people have children and they know of like a genuine article on this, please send it to us.
Yes, we want to know.
Yeah, I have my own speculation and reasons for having children, but I don't understand why people have children. Like why as a whole, as a society, we need to have children.
Farah, I feel like the normal thing is to have children, but I don't have a reason for it. And then I question myself, like, but why do you want to have kids? And then I just don't know why.
Because there's a logical reason behind everything that we do. We're like, we need a career, so we have a fucking life, so we have financial stability, so we can buy groceries, right? But children, I don't know. I think there's my pajamas have like elephants on them, okay? And
Okay.
it just reminded me, we were talking about dolphins, and it reminded me that like when we look at babies, when we look at babies and puppies, we get serotonin, right?
Mm-hmm.
We get serotonin, and there's like something in brain image they see that we get really happy, and we find them cute. So it's literally it shows in our brain that we find them cute. And when elephants look at us like human beings,
Yeah.
their brain, it shows the same thing. They find us cute.
I know. I saw this video of this elephant, who was baby elephant, who was like hugging this guy. Have you seen it? And he was just like hugging this guy so much, and the baby elephant was so happy. Obviously, the baby elephant was still
I
bigger
love
than the
elephants.
guy.
You know, elephants are underrated.
They're so. Farah, you know I love elephants. You know, like I had a bag
Yeah.
and all that had elephants on it. Like I'm
Giraffes
obsessed
and
with
elephants.
and giraffes as well, and owls as well. So when I went to India, we saw elephants, but Farah, they are so huge that I could not like get near them. Like it
You
was
were
just
scared?
terrifying to me. Yeah, Farah, they were huge, and I am tall.
That
But
was the
they were
first time you saw
huge.
elephants.
Yeah. No, I've seen elephants in zoos,
Hmm?
but this one was just like right in front of me because we were gonna ride the elephant later. So it was just crazy.
Did you ride the elephant?
Yes, I did.
How was it?
Is a ride. I mean, it was
Was it
an
comfy?
elephant that was walking around. It was very comfy. I would definitely recommend that more than a camel.
Camels are shit. I'm sorry. I felt like I was gonna die.
Yes, you feel like you're gonna die on a camel. When the camels stand up and sit down again, I was like, that is the end of
Or
me.
when they go down.
Yeah, when they like sit down, because they can't just sit down. They have to go like,
Yeah, they have to put their legs down and then you're like at
yeah,
an angle of like 90 fucking degrees.
yes, you literally at 90 degrees. I feel like I'm gonna die. So camels are like at the bottom for me. Elephants are top. And I like horseback riding, but it's a bit painful because you keep like jumping on it. But I like it.
Natun, is it painful? Okay, this is getting to another level. We need to end the episode.
Okay. And this is the end of this episode. We decided to keep it short. I mean, it's not that short, but we had more, but we decided to make it to keep it for the other episode. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to this episode. We really hope you enjoyed it. We really hope you just like felt like you really truly with us while we're having this conversation, even though we're not actually in the same place, but still. And we hope you had fun and you would actually share this episode, show us love, show us the likes, show us the subscribes, show us all the good stuff.
And if you're on Instagram, please like, comment elephants.
Yes, comment elephants. Hey, team elephants. Thank you guys.
Thank
See
you for
next episode.
listening. Bye bye.
Bye bye.